Hey, yo, what's going on, you guys? Your boy Pony Montana. In this video, we're going to be going over the best defense in Madden 24. If you're struggling to get stops, that stops today. You're going to be sending so much pressure that these people are not going to know what to do when it comes to stopping anything on defense, especially if they are a beginner player. You're going to get called a cheeser after using this. You're going to get called a lot of things, but your defense will be top tier. Now, before I get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below, and become a part of the Noti gang. And if you guys comment down below, comment something that you guys might be struggling with, and I might be able to help you guys out with a video. And if you guys have nothing to comment, just comment FTA. Shout out to the FTA gang, the FTA squad. If you guys don't know what FTA is, stands for the algorithm, and it helps push these videos to more and more people so we can grow faster. The faster we grow, the more we post. That's simple. That's how it works. So again, shout out to the FTA squad. Much love, you guys. Thank you. Appreciate the love as always. And let's get right into the video, man. We're going to be going over 4-3-6-1. It is possibly the most disruptive defense in all of Madden. And it's a defense that will frustrate your opponent a lot. And you can find this play, you can find this formation in all of these playbooks. So pause the video, screenshot it. You might already be using a defensive playbook with this in it. So again, pause it, screenshot it, whatever. Now, this defense is going to work against the run and the pass, simply because against the pass, you're going to be going over, you're going to be blitzing a lot. And against the run, it's a 4 down lineman set, which means that you just have to make sure that the outsides pretty much are contained, which is actually one of the harder parts of playing, defense this year. So there are two parts to this video. We're going to go over the blitz specifically, but we have to go over the lineup setup. The setup for the lineup before we do anything, because this is probably the most important part of the 4-3-6-1, and it's something that everybody likes and wants when they're running this. Now, you're going to want to have a safety at the middle linebacker position, but there are a bunch of lineup changes that you need to do to make that happen. And the first things first, you need to have all defensive tackles on your D-line. So at left end, DT2, DT1, and right end, you need to have defensive tackles in all those positions. This is the easiest way to do it. If there's another way, by all means, someone leave it down in the comment section, but this is the easiest way to just automatically have it pretty much done for you. And then you're going to want to have a right end in the right outside linebacker position and a left end in the left outside linebacker position. I believe these are interchangeable, but you have to have the different defensive ends. You can't have two left ends or two right ends in these positions. So make sure you have a right end and a left end in the lineup, only one of them. And then in your middle linebacker positions, it's going to be the same situation as the defensive ends. You're going to have one right outside linebacker and one left outside linebacker in your lineup. And that is how you are going to be able to get a safety or like a high rated defensive player, like a cornerback, a safety, free safety, doesn't matter. It's going to be like your highest overall variation of that player is going to end up being in the middle linebacker spot once you call the 4-3-6-1. So let's go ahead and showcase this straight up in practice. And in practice mode, for some reason, the overalls of your players end up going lower for some reason. I don't know why, but some players tend to stay exactly where they are. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what happens, because there is a crucial thing that you need to do every single time that you boot up into a game. So I'm going to go ahead and flip sides real quick, and then I'll enter the depth chart. So every time that you enter a game, you're going to have to press start to make this lineup setup work properly. So every single game, as soon as you come out of the huddle, you're going to press start. You're going to go into depth chart. You're going to press triangle to hit auto reorder. You're going to go to yes. And as you can see, Warren Moon is a 79 overall right now. And I think that's why they overthrow so many passes. I got Bijan Robinson, all 68 overalls, which is kind of weird. And then you got Franco Harris, who's a 93. So again, the lineup situations in practice mode are a little bit different. So you would want to hop into like a challenge mode to make sure that your lineup is set up properly. So when I reordered my lineup, look at where my middle linebackers are. I have none. And that's why you want to make sure that you have the different kind of people in these setups so that your guys end up being put in the right position. So I got Greenard here. I got Reggie White at the left end. I got Van Ness at my left outside linebacker and Trayvon Walker at my right outside linebacker. And everything else gets situated as such. So right now, the person that I want to use her is actually Cam Chancellor. And right now we're not able to do that because Jerry Rice is here, because Jerry Rice is the highest overall rated player on my team right now that's not playing. So how do I rectify this? I'm going to go back into the coaching and I'm going to go all the way because I want Cam Chancellor there. He's my highest rated player and I want him as my user. And I'm going to take Cam Chancellor and I'm going to substitute him out for Jair Brown. So now Cam Chancellor, being the highest rated linebacker, is now in the middle linebacker position. So now I have Cam Chancellor as my user. My left outside linebacker is correct. My right outside linebacker is correct. Then we got Eric Berry, Blunt, Brown, and Richard Sherman. So now my lineup is absolutely perfect. Now you can change these guys to whoever you want, but be cautious because it might change. It might change this person here. Now, granted, I think even if I put him here, Cam Chancellor will stay here. So now we have Deion Sanders at the strong safety position to have somebody else with better coverage. But again, now we have Cam Chancellor in our middle linebacker position. So now we have the speedster team of a lifetime. And now let's go over the blitz. Now what you're going to want to do for the blitz is you're going to want to set your auto alignment set to base. And what this is going to do is it's going to pretty much keep all of your players exactly where they're supposed to be for the entirety of the blitz. So you're going to come out in any play. Cover 4 quarters is the most popular one. You got Samuel Blitz that already has your linebackers blitzing. And the only problem with this formation is it doesn't have a cover 2. So if you try to play a cover 2, you're going to have to make those adjustments on your own. So if you're trying to get like crazy run defense, cover 2 is going to probably be the best. But we're going to come out in cover 4 quarters. And on the offensive side, we're just going to come out in an empty set because I'm just going to showcase the blitz, because the blitz itself is going to get you stops. It's going to get you it's going to get you wins in Madden, because a lot of people will be frustrated at the amount of pressure that you're sending them. And it gets annoying. Honestly, it just gets annoying. So before I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off my other controller. And mind you, this blitz will also work if you're playing against like solos and stuff like that, because you're going to be able to sit there and just dominate any computer that's in the game pretty much, because they're going to have to force passes very, very quickly, very, very easily. So let's go ahead and knock that over. Now, let them call a play one time. He's going to throw the same curl route, blah, 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 blah. And this is only going to get better once you have better outside linebackers in the game. So, okay, what you're going to want to do, blitz all your linebackers. Press. Your user is going to be here. Now, one thing is what I like to do, you press and contain, and then you're going to crash one way. Okay, whether it's left or right, you're going to crash one of those ways. If the running back is on the right side, I'm pretty much going to hover above the right side, which means I'm going to crash to the left. Okay, if the running back is on the left side, I'm going to crash to the right. Simply, it'll help with the run defense just in case that running back is running. And then after that, I'm going to take my user, and as soon as I call hike, I'm going to take my user and move him slightly over that way before I end up turning upfield to try to guard one of the routes that are on the field. Let me get rid of the squigglies for that. Now, this is going to be a blitz that absolutely destroys your opponents. As you can see, we got double pressure there, and I'm going to show the instant replay. So this is one of the reasons why I do this against the running back. So the running back is going to have to pick up one of these guys that ends up getting in on the interior, while we end up getting pressure from the outside as well. This gets very, very frustrating. And the faster players that come out, the more dangerous this blitz will become. And it will end up being something that will frustrate a lot of people. And I know people are open, but who's open right now? Before anybody comments down in the comment section, well, A was open, X was open, the flat was wide open. Are you making this read before this guy is able to tackle you? Probably not. There's only one quarterback with gunslinger in the game to actually get the ball out quick. And other than that, you're getting pressured way too quickly for you to pretty much do anything, especially if you're coming out and not blocking your running back. And then you can always disguise your defense and make it look like you're blitzing, but in reality, you're sending the same kind of pressure. And even if you want to set somebody in a spy and send something like this, easy. Now, to set up the blitz, for those of you guys who are new to the game, very, very simple. All you have to do is globally blitz all your linebackers, which is left on the directional pad, and move your right stick down. And then depending on where the running back is, again, if the running back is on the left side, you're going to take your user. So if the running back was here, he'd be right here. Okay, let's draw the running back. Let's draw the running back, guys. So the running back's on the left side. So we're going to have to make sure that our user is hovering above that left side. And we're going to crash our D-line to the right side, just in case that running back chooses to run the ball this way. Okay. That is going to help with your run defense. So if the running back is on this side, we're going to crash our D-line to the left. Okay. So we're going to crash it to the right for this. So that's left on the directional pad. And then whichever way, point of attack, you want to slant right or slant left. We're going to slant right for this. I never contained. That's optional, but you're going to press R1, R1, or right bumper. And then that's it. The blitz is set up. We're going to call hike, and let's see if we get the same amount of pressure. We get the same exact pressure. And the guy on the outside, I'm gonna showcase the instant replay on that, because the guy on the outside, he did start to come in, but he ended up getting jammed up. As you can see, he's free, but he ends up getting tripped up by the lineman, number 58, putting in a little bit of extra overtime. But as you can see, the consistency in which you end up screaming in, like within the gap, that is what we want to see. We want to see that every single time. And again, we can always disguise our defense to where it doesn't, people are getting screamed at, and then out of nowhere we're sending nothing but a full-on pass coverage. And this is where things get spooky for people, and it gets frustrating because they start to just throw random stuff because they're nervous about the blitz, or they start sending out only 3 routes out on the field. And yes, 3 routes out on the field will do a very good job at blocking this. But as you can see, it's the easiest it's the easiest blitz in the game to run, because it's simply blitzing all, crash one way, contain, and then take your user and then hover one way, and then all of a sudden you end up getting a lot of pressure down the interior. That is going to frustrate your opponent. And yes, I'm in an empty set. I know that I am. But again, you're sending 6 people, so you're going to end up getting a lot of pressure even against 5, 6 people blocking. That's just the reality of the game, and this will help you win games. There's a lot of people in Madden that just don't adjust. They don't try to block. They don't learn how to block, and that's why sending a blitz like this is going to frustrate your opponent a lot when it comes to Madden. And then out of nowhere, you sit there, you flip your entire play. Oh, I actually ended up shifting my line, so let's go ahead and just scream at him real quick. But there's so many people that don't adjust and don't do anything in their Madden schemes, so they end up falling behind the curve and getting absolutely torched by somebody like me, who is going to sit there and blitz almost every single down and create that kind of pressure every single time. Again, once faster players come out, this blitz is going to be top tier, one of the best in the game. But even right now, it's going to disrupt a lot of people that you end up playing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys run this blitz, because it definitely is one that will frustrate a lot of people. And it's definitely one that I'm starting to use myself. So if you guys haven't already, test it out. Let me know how it works for you guys. If there's any other tips you want for this, let me know down in the comment section. My name is Pony Montana. I'll see you guys in the next video, man. As always, 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out, you guys.